All right, everybody, this is a follow-up to my previous video where I am doing a layman's review on two capsules. One is the Vascepa made by Amarin, and then Hikma has a generic version of it. And if you're interested in seeing my previous observations, please watch the first video, but I wanted to follow up because there were a few questions, one of which was the frozen test. So I have here this is the frozen Hikma generic, and it's really not going to probably show up here in the video, but from just looking at it, again, from a layman's perspective, the pill appears to be clear. Let's cut into it and let's see if there will be any kind of a, again, let me just show you. This is the generic. I don't know if you can see the numbers or not. The generics have a number of 54648, and so I'm just going to cut into it. So even though it's been in my freezer now for nearly 10 days, the pill itself is not frozen. The pill is still liquid, as you can see. So that's number one. The second thing that I wanted to note about the pill difference is one of the things you can recognize right away is there's a difference in the thickness of the pill. So the Hikma, clear my hands off here, and compare the two. So this is Amarin here. This is, again, this is a 15-day test. I'll use this for Hikma, and I'll use this one for Amarin. One of the things that I noticed right away was a pressure test. So if this is a second test, again, this is Vascepa. I don't know if you can see the words there. There you go. You can kind of see Vascepa. When I cut into it in my previous video, the Vascepa pill almost exploded. Like I got sprayed. The canvas behind me got sprayed. And so I wonder if there might be maybe the secret sauce, so to speak, between Vascepa and the generic is maybe even in terms of the pressure content of how much pressure that they put into that. So let's cut into this once again and see if I have the same kind of experience. Yes. Again, there was more splattering, and you can tell that the pill is harder to crush. So there's definitely a difference in strength and thickness of this Vascepa pill, and it almost responds when you squeeze it. It almost pushes back to its original form, whereas the generic, it just easily squishes and stays flat. So there's definitely a difference between the strength of the two capsules. The last thing I just want to point out about these pills is the smell test, right? You'll remember how in my previous video how I pointed out that the Hikma generic definitely had a fishy smell compared to the almost negligible smell of the Vascepa and the brand. The other thing I've noticed over the last 15 days, which is interesting, and I don't really know what it means, but these pills, the generic, they seem to have a bit of a sticky component to the outside. So I don't know if there's some oxidization taking place, but versus not so much with, not at all really, with the brand. So there you have it. There's my 15-day update, and I hope it answers and creates new questions.